No brain? No problem. Well, for slime mold anyway. What new gadget will give gamers more freedom? And why does an expiration date really matter? All that and more on the Daily Orbit. Hello, I'm Emerald Robinson. Welcome to the Daily Orbit. I've always said that it's possible to function without a brain. Slime mold has proven me right. This community of single-celled spores working together to seek and devour new bacteria and fungi for the good of the group is able to intelligently navigate and learn from their past without a brain or central nervous system. Researchers explain that the mold leaves behind a trail of extracellular slime, which it avoids going over more than once, making it more efficient to find food. So, not having a brain is no longer an excuse. And there's a new rover in town. This one, however, is a lunar rover and is the product of a privately funded space firm. Astrobotic Technology Inc, a spin-out of Carnegie Mellon University's Robotics Institute, unveiled a full-size prototype of its Polaris lunar rover. Polaris will be seeking ice deposits that will provide a water source for future colonists and moon missions. It is scheduled to launch using a SpaceX Falcon 9 launch vehicle. The rover not only has its sights set on the moon, but also on the $20 million Google Lunar X Prize offered to the first privately funded team to successfully land a lunar robot on the moon's surface. Good luck, Polaris. We at the Daily Orbit will be watching and rooting for you. Researchers have discovered that a person's ability to taste certain bitter flavors has a direct relationship with their ability to fight off respiratory infections. They found that bitter taste receptors are found in both the upper and lower respiratory system, but 25% of the population cannot detect certain bitter flavors. Researchers believe the body detects bitter and sour taste to warn against toxic and spoiled food, launching an immune system response. People who are more sensitive to these tastes respond earlier to the offending molecules, while less sensitive tasters require up to 100 times more of the molecule to trigger an immune response. Therefore, scientists believe that the more sensitive you are to bitter taste, the quicker your immune system responds, and the less likely you are to get a respiratory infection. And do you have a lot of expired prescription bottles sitting in your medicine cabinet that you just keep thinking about throwing out? Well, new research says they're probably still good. The study looked at the potency of prescription drugs that were between 28 and 40 years expired. Almost all active ingredients maintain their potency, with the exception of amphetamine and aspirin. Most drug labels include an expiration date 1 to 5 years post-manufacture, but this is only the date the manufacturers are willing to guarantee the potency and efficacy, and doesn't really correlate with the actual shelf life. You know, I still think I might think twice before I down a 40-year-old prescription. Just saying. And all you gamers out there may soon get a new fun gadget. Microsoft researchers are showing off their new gloveless 3D technology at the UIST 2012 Symposium in Cambridge, Massachusetts. The 3D sensor is worn on the wrist and can detect hand and finger movements to create a real-time 3D model to either control a game or program or to display gestures and signs. It combines an infrared camera with a laser line generator that creates an invisible grid along the hand to detect and measure any change in movement. It also has other devices to track even the smallest of hand movements. The user will be able to control their computer, tablet, television, or phone with a 3D sensor. That's it for today's show. See you right back here tomorrow for some more cool science news.